welcome to 4300 Turner Avenue.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it.
You guys, Steph Warren of Worthy Ventures is going to come with me. We're going to do a full walkthrough of this property, and she's going to help me determine how the next homeowner can add value to this house.
That's what I do.
So I was going to call this a traditional style home. It had a little bit of a craftsman feel. What do you think I should call it?
I would still go with traditional.
Traditional, it's got that like farmhouse kind of a porch.
Yeah.
Just from the exterior, what are some things that you can see off top? Well, for one, what do you think? What do you like about what it already has, maybe?
I like the turf.
Good.
People don't want to mow lawns. Very water efficient. We're constantly being told to conserve water. This turf is very, very high quality turf.
So we got high quality turf. This is drought resistant.
There we go.
Okay, all right. So we've already got some things we can keep. We can
Correct.
keep the cobblestone walkway.
No problem with that.
All right. What would you change?
I would probably change the colors.
The exterior colors. Okay, so a paint job. Okay.
Paint job. The railing, the handrails a little bit dated.
Okay. So you mean to tell me that things like handrails and paint can give this house a facelift?
Absolutely. Colors alone would just completely spark it up. I changed the exterior lighting, the house numbers.
Exterior lighting and house numbers. You know, I have really noticed how updated house numbers make a house feel like a brand new house.
It really does. You probably wouldn't recognize this house.
Is that everything, or is there anything else that you think that we could do to the exterior to add value just from what you see here?
Some of the plants are a little bit dated. People like seeing the grasses, and the flowers are great, but more of the grasses, less juniper. I would keep the rosemary, but just some of the plants are just
So it's kind of like an aesthetic, like a newer aesthetic, because I do remember these type of bushes when I was a little girl. What do we call these?
Junipers.
Oh, those are the juniper. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe swap the juniper out with something a little bit more 2023. Huh?
Exactly. Some grasses.
Right. Well, it sounds to me like we're keeping the budget fairly doable.
You are. The windows are new. They're dual pane.
All right.
So you don't have to do that. I mean, this is a wood door. It's high quality. It's a little bit traditional. People might want to change the door and the side light. Yeah,
I'm thinking mainly because it kind of has like this kind of like stained glass look.
Yeah,
and that is very to each their own. It would depend on the person who's buying this house. So I think I agree with you on that. Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, we can go inside and take a look at what interior finishes we suggest for the new owner. Here she is.
Wow, I love it.
I know, right? I mean, the original charm, we definitely would want to maintain that, right?
Absolutely. These beam ceilings are so attractive. And coming in the interior, I get why you mentioned mid-century. So, if someone wanted to, make the facade look like the interior, that was the way to go.
Okay.
And some small changes, yeah.
Okay, so I think we align there where we feel like the interior is giving a lot of mid-century modern.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's why I was a little stuck on what is the style of this home.
No, I mean, I think the interior is definitely, even though people would say this is a rancher, but if you look at other homes in the area of Montclair, especially, this is definitely mid-century.
What do you think about the wood? Would you try to take it back to the original wood color?
No,
or is that a personal preference?
It's a personal preference, but it's painted. I mean, it's very labor intensive to do that. Someone could do it if they wanted to sand the beams, but no, I'm fine with it. You can paint it whatever color you want.
So the interior, how would we add value to the interior of what you see here?
A lot of these homes, this home in particular, in traditional homes of this age, they broke up the space a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so
compartmentalized it. Kinda.
They did. They really did. They compartmentalized it into formal dining, living, and everything else.
Kitchen.
Exactly. And that's not how we live today.
Right.
No, we're all over the place.
There when you're washing dishes. That's right.
We're all over the place now. So probably what I would do is I would have an architect or a structural engineer look at this wall in particular to determine if we could open it up and put a beam.
And that determination is based on if it's load bearing, right? That means if it's really holding the house up or if it's just basically like a cosmetic wall.
Correct,
right?
Correct.
Okay, so one idea would be to open this space up so that you have a full flow with the kitchen, living room, dining. So far, this house is doable.
This is very doable. This is not a lot of work.
Okay.
I know introducing the beam. Now, this beam, it looks like it stops, but there could be what you find in a lot of these homes, and we can go in the kitchen and take a look. But what you find is they introduced beams and load-bearing structures in the ceilings of these walls. So it may be very, very easy to open this up.
All right, that's optimistic. Okay.
All right, I like to stay optimistic.
Okay, well, we already got some recessed lighting. You know, they may want to add some, but they've done a little bit of updating here. Yeah. I love that you can step right onto this patio from the dining room. And then I suppose if you opened it up, I mean, it would just be that much more entertainable.
Yeah, for sure. You could say, hey, I want to see everything, and you open up the
add some more light.
Yeah, you could open up the wall,
the patio
and
door,
make a larger patio doors,
maybe even a larger patio.
Exactly.
It could span the whole length of the kitchen and dining.
Absolutely, because you want to take advantage of these views.
Yeah, my light bulbs are going off. You know, I'm really glad you came here. All right, let's take a look at the kitchen, because some people say that a kitchen sells a house. So let's see what it would take for this kitchen to sell this house.
Yeah, absolutely. So this kitchen has a ton of potential. A ton of potential. Remember how we were just talking about is there structural details in the kitchen? Probably so. I mean, because normally you don't transition from a beam ceiling to nothing.
Okay, I understand.
So there's probably something in here, but this has the whole potential to be a very, very nice open kitchen.
All right, all right. My ideas are starting to circulate. Okay.
For sure.
Now here's the deal. There's two different types of buyers. There may be someone who wants to add value and then sell it to an end user, or there may be an end user who wants to add their own value and live in this home. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to duke it out on Sunday at the open house, okay?
For sure. You know what, someone can move right in here.
I was just gonna say that. I mean, this kitchen is livable. I could still cook in this kitchen. There's plenty of counter space for me. And if I wanted to update this home as I go, I would be able to do it just fine.
Yeah, this is very clean. This is very usable. You can pick the areas you choose to update over time. There's no reason that someone couldn't buy this home and just update in the years to come.
Okay, well, what we know is that kitchens and bathrooms, flooring and light fixtures are some of the biggest pieces of doing a renovation.
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna spend too much time on the bedrooms. Let's take a look downstairs and take a look at what upgrades we can make there and how to add
let's
value.
do it. Can't wait to see it.
Ta-da!
Wow. I love it.
Cool?
This place is so cool. I love this space.
Another big patio. We've got great light in here. I mean, these are original hardwood floors.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with these floors.
A wet bar. You know, I'm like, this might be my juke joint if this were my house.
No, I mean, can you imagine, how much fun people could have entertaining down here?
Absolutely. There's another wood-burning fireplace, so much space. There's 2 pianos in this home, so somebody was having a party.
For sure. I mean, this needs very, very little remodeling. this space here. You know, you might want to replace the acoustic tile and add recessed lighting. I'm a fan of hardwood floors.
I am too. Original.
I would keep the floors.
I would too.
They're
I'm so
in
glad
phenomenal
we agree.
condition.
Yes.
I mean, you don't get this type of condition. And then I would check this flooring to see what's underneath here, and probably just keep going with the hardwood.
The first thing you said was acoustic tile. I want to make sure that the people watching know what that is. It's the ceiling that reminds you of a classroom. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, absolutely. And people did that for sound. I mean, if they were entertained, the name comes from that.
Right. But, absolutely.
You know, it's extremely common.
If they wanted to turn this into a studio or something, though,
absolutely,
maybe they would keep that and maybe just cover it with something a little bit more aesthetic. But it's soundproof down here, so. Yeah, that adds more value too. I agree with you 100% that these hardwood floors are in great condition. One thing I always like to point out to people is how to identify original hardwood floors. You want to point a couple things out about these floors?
You can look at first of all, the width of the planks.
Exactly.
You can look at the wood grain. These are oak.
Those little nail
dots. This was a nail
Nobody
down.
does that anymore. You know, like how close they did it, and then they cover it up with wood.
Yeah.
Every little place where they hammered the nails in, you don't see that level of workmanship anymore. So
absolutely,
I agree 100% that whoever purchases this home should maintain as much of this original mid-century as possible.
They should. This fireplace, the bricks and everything are in fantastic condition. You don't see any separation from the walls. You could just add a electric fireplace insert and keep this if you chose to. I like the accent lighting.
I was just thinking it reminded me of the last tour. It reminds me of your lighting that you had.
For sure. You can just change that to LED and call it a day. This doesn't need a lot of work here.
So far, this house doesn't need much. Let's see what else we got.
But this is a great laundry room, plenty of space, you know.
There's a laundry room, it's huge. Well, sometimes they call it a mud room, right?
They
you
do.
Can step in there and take your shoes off.
Right.
So
storage.
Just additional space, storage space. That's just more real estate,
and a full bath.
Now that is where you get more bang for your buck.
You do.
You can renovate a bathroom. The square footage, I mean, how many tiles would you really need? You could probably pick the most expensive tile and you still wouldn't break the bank on a bathroom, right?
No, not this size. I like it though.
Well, we took a look at the kitchen. We saw the living room. Those are the more entertainable spaces of a house. So if you are going to add value, those are the places that you should focus. But last but not least, let's check out the landscape. All right, now this right here is one of my favorite parts of the house. Check it out. I mean, the view is amazing. The lot is an acre, and we can literally walk from this backyard onto the Chabot Golf Course. Now, in preparation today, when I was getting the videos done and the photos done, I actually got a chance to meet this neighbor and take a look at some of the finishes he did. And I think that he mentioned that he removed some eucalyptus trees. So I'm curious, what do you think should be done on this lot to improve the value?
You might want to remove any tree that will hinder your view. This pine right here could hinder your view.
It's a little bit of an obstruction.
It is. It's sitting right there. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, it's a personal preference, right? Okay. Sometimes mature trees you choose to remove just for safety, just for space. And then sometimes if they don't bother you, you leave them alone. Right. It's just a personal preference, but you have such a huge lot, most of it flat, that you really want to take advantage of, all the space and all the room in your lot.
Would you landscape this big, huge backyard?
I would aim more towards what I would do for entertainment.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
maybe just add some more seating area type stuff.
Yeah, seating area. You could, set up a whole play area if you have children.
It's like a football field back here, right? You're absolutely right.
You could do a swimming pool if that's your thing.
Hello.
You could.
It gets plenty of sun.
You could build a swimming pool. What I also really love about this house is the driveway and the parking. Yes. You could party here.
You could have 20 or 30 cars.
You could.
Really, seriously. And then you pull them all the way back here. You're absolutely right.
It's done. The pavers are done really well. The pavers look great. And you could pull in from the street, park, and you have 2-car garage. This is an amazing space.
Well, you heard it from Worthy Ventures herself.
Absolutely, I should know.
We got us a gem up here on the knoll, and it's just waiting for your finishing touches. So if you would like to schedule a private tour of 4300 Turner Avenue, you know who to call.
Pull up.
That's how we do it, right? You know how to pull up. Yes.